Everyone in YouTube land, how are you today? And hello to my subscribers, whoever you are. Hello. I know I lost one, so that's alright. I know, I'm not that famous. People don't like me very much, sadly. But what can I do? There's nothing I can do about that. Just an update on my health and well-being. I am not diabetic yet, but I still got to be cautious with what I eat and how much sugar I have in my diet. So there you go. And I've got to do water therapy for my back. I've got mild degenerative disc disease. Yes, in my upper and lower back. My whole back is completely and utterly screwed. And in order to improve it, I've got to slowly lose a little bit of weight, okay, and do regular pool therapy. Now, lucky, because I live in Hyatt, there is 2 or 3 pool centres that are close to me, and I've chose the Cheltenham one, so I'll be going down there next fortnight, most likely on a Monday or on a Tuesday, one of those 2 days, and I need to do it at least 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm going to have to try and make it at least twice a week, starting from next fortnight. So sadly, it's like I can only maybe do it 3 times per month. I'll just see how I go. You never know. I might be able to squeeze in a few more, hour and a half sessions. I can only go to the pools for about an hour and a half, and then I've got to come home. So I'm going to do as much swimming as I can for a full hour and a half. And I've got to buy a lock for my locker. Yes, I'm going to get a different type of lock because the lockers are for free, but you've got to bring your own lock. So I'm going to buy, combination lock, and I can choose my own number and one of those sort of locks. Or even a bike lock will do, But maybe not. No, I'll get a proper good lock. And, yeah, it's going to be good. And, sadly, my auntie, I just found out last night, she rang out of the blue to let us know that my grandfather, who's in a home up in Sunshine, he's close to dying. He's got really bad pneumonia. His body's not responding well to the antibiotics, so he's in hospital. They can't keep him in hospital for long because they need beds to give to other patients who are coming in, so I don't know how he is, and I don't even know which hospitals he's at. She's forgotten to let us know which hospital, so we're going to have to contact her after she finishes work today and find out which hospital he's in, because you never know, we might be able to pop in and see him before he's been kicked out or transferred to another hospital. So I'm not too sure what's going on there. She couldn't talk for too long to give us more details, but she told us just, to prepare ourselves for the worst. But the thing is, my grandfather is not a very nice man. He's narcissistic. He was never a good grandpa. He was never a good husband to his wife. He was never a good parent to my auntie, my uncle, and my dad. So I don't like him. And maybe in death he will finally realise the trouble he has caused for this whole entire family and the pain and suffering he's inflicted on everyone. And he won't know that until he dies, till he gets clarity and is shown by his spirit guide, what went wrong in his life and why people kept pushing him away, because he antagonised everyone around him, you see. He's got to learn, and understand, and I'm hoping and praying that when he does pass away, whenever that is, and you never know, he might turn around, he might get better from this, he might not even die, you don't know. We're not 100% sure, but she reckons that he hasn't got long to go. Okay, fair enough, that's her opinion. But I'm just saying, he wasn't a very nice man, and, not a very nice man. And it is sad, though, in one aspect it is sad, that, he couldn't wake up and realise, the trouble he has caused and couldn't make amends with everyone. Oh, well, you've got to live and learn, I guess. But in time, in spirit, when he goes, wherever he ends up, he will realise, what went wrong. Because I don't think he knows. He's that, in a sense, delirious. He doesn't really know. So once he gets shown, he will understand. And I reckon in visions he will come to all of us in the family individually and apologise for what he's done. It's the only way he's going to be, it's the only way he's going to heal and he's going to move forward. he has to apologise to everyone, including his own wife, who is already dead. So most likely she'll be with him right now, watching over him and being there to cross him over to the other side. So if he does pass away in a few days, oh well, in one aspect it's sad, but in another aspect it's not sad, because he's going to go to a better place. No more mental anguish and suffering for him, and he can move on, but in a different realm, and he will get more better understanding and clarity as to why everything went wrong in his own life and why his family treated him in a way that he didn't like. He will understand eventually, but that will take time. It's no different to when we die. We just go to a different world that's similar to Earth, but it's more purified. And how we've got laws here, I reckon there's laws similar up in heaven. He has to abide the laws and rules there. Probably has to learn everything again. Yeah, you never know. Anything's possible, I guess. Yeah, so I thought I'll keep my subscribers informed of what's going on with moi. Yes, but my disease that I've got in my back, what it is the cartilage that's in between the bones, of the spine, what do you call it? The spine. Sorry, I'm a bit slow today. It gets dry, the discs in between gets dry, and that's the disease, you see. It dries out the cartilage there. It's terrible. Ugh, the pain. I can't describe the pain. It is terrible. But at least I know what it is. I knew I had some sort of disease. That's why I had to be sure that it wasn't MS. So it's not MS. It's a disease. Degeneration. Generative, what was it again? Mild generative disc disease. That's what I've got. Yeah. And eventually at some point further down the track, it's either going to get worse or it's going to stay the way it is. As long as I don't put on any more weight than what I am, I'll be A-okay. And I've got to slowly lose weight to relieve the pressure, so that will improve my back a bit. But yet still, as I get older, it could get worse. There's that slim possibility that it could get a lot worse. So, looks like I'm going to be a hunchback by the time I'm 65. Delicious. Nah, I'll end up in an aged care facility by the time I'm 55, knowing me. Hopefully that won't happen, but if it does happen, well, so what? I don't mind going into aged care. You can go into aged care at the age of 55. You're eligible. Did you know that? Yeah. So as soon as you turn 55, if you want to go into aged care, go for it, mate. And if you want to be doped up on drugs, oh boy, they can really give it to you in there.